Hello, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Now, this week, we are obviously doing a monthly reading wrap-up, and we are wrapping up the month that was February, and it was such a good reading month. Oh my god. I think I read about 13 books. We'll get into that once, I'll count it at the end, but I'm pretty sure I read 13 books. Insane. That's so many books to read in 1 month. 13 books. That's in February as well. That's a book every 2 days. First, I read Collide, which got 3.75 stars, and this was just a cutesy little romance book, and it was fun, and I did not expect to enjoy myself as much as I ended up enjoying myself, because I don't know, a lot of people just said it's not the best book, and I was like, you know what, I'll be fine if it's 3 star, 2.75. But no, it was actually a really nice book. It was fun. I feel like it kind of dragged towards the end, though. I feel like there was just a lot of repetitiveness, and I feel like I very much like slow burns. That is no surprise to anyone, and I feel like when they got together, it was kind of just 30% of the book, and I'm like, okay, nothing's really happening. I be happy, love that for you, but nothing is happening. Let's move this along. So that's why it got a bit lower. Then I read My Roommate is Vampire, which also got 3.75 stars. This book really didn't stand out to me. It was a nice book, it was a fun book, but it didn't really stand out. It wasn't just it wasn't a big book. It was a nice, chill, fun book about a little vampire. Then I read Part of Your World, which got 4.75 stars. I was very much teetering on giving this 5 stars, but I'm like, you know what, no, not 5 stars. It's not 5 stars, but it's really good. I love this so much. I was so scared of reading this because, in my opinion, the cover is a bit ugly. So I did not want to read it. And I also heard it's boring from someone, I don't know when, but in my brain, I just remembered a lot of people saying this boring. I don't know where I heard that from. This was fantastic. And now I love Abby Jimenez. Then I read The Housemaid is Watching, which got 3.5 stars. Genuinely, that 0.5 stars was just because of the last line of this book. If you've read the book, you know what the last line is, but Jesus, this book actually annoyed me so much because everyone was so annoying. It's no one, I liked not one person in that book. None of them were normal, none of them were decent people. Then I read Ward D, also by Frida McFadden, and it got 3.25 stars, and it's just I think it got such a low rating because I went into it with such high expectations, because I don't know what it was about this book, but hearing about it, I was like, I'm gonna love this book. This is gonna be my favorite book ever. It's gonna be fantastic, and I'm gonna love it so much. I did not love it that much. Yeah. Then I read The Inmate, again, by Frida McFadden. I had a Frida McFadden week. But this one got 4.25 stars, and it was really fun. It was really nice. I love this one so much. I very much liked the characters in this. I feel though, because I had read 2 Frida McFadden books before this, I'd started getting two right before this, I started getting I started knowing how she plots out her books, because Frida McFadden has a very specific way of writing books, and you'll know if you've read her books, but it's very specific, and it's very similar, plot layout based the whole time, so I kind of knew what was gonna happen, but also I didn't, but I also did. But I also didn't, so there were a couple shock factors. Then I read Never Lie by Frida McFadden, which got 3.5 stars, and I did enjoy this. I think I may even change this rating to a 4 stars, because it was a good book, it was decent. No, I think that's why it's at 3.5 stars, because it's decent, it's middle of the road. 3.5 stars for me is middle of the road. I very much like the ending, because I like the when I finished this book, that one sound that everyone is always connected was playing in my head, because genuinely in this book, everyone was connected. I did not expect everyone to be connected, and I also expected this one guy to turn out to be like, I don't know, terrible and the villain. He wasn't. He was chill. So yeah. Then I read Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonny Myung. Finally, not another Frida McFadden book. There we go. I had such a fun time. This was so good. What? Like, I was shocked. I love the little like starting scene when they're both pirates, and she's like, I'm gonna show you that I'm a better pirate, and he's like, nah. Uno reverse. And it was adorable, and I loved it from that first scene. Then I read These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, which got 4 stars. It was so good. It was so nice. I loved them. They were so cute. I loved Juliet and Roma. They were so cute. Literally, all I have to say, they were very cutie pie. Then I read Daughter of the Pirate King, which got 3.5 stars. I expected this to be much, much better. It wasn't, but I'm still going to continue the series because I want to read it. Then I read Defend the Dawn, which got 4.75 stars. It was so good, and I don't know why I waited so long to read the second book, because I loved the first book. The first book was like a 5-star book, and I'm like, why did I wait so long to read the second book? And the second book was so good, and it was so pirate-y. And I don't know why. Daughter of the Pirate King, it was pirate-y, but I don't know why. I like Defend the Dawn, like pirate the ships a bit more. I had such a fun time reading it. It was so good. Then I read my first 5-star book of the year, which was Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This was so good. I loved the characters. I loved the plot. I loved everything. It was so cute. And it was amazing. It was perfect, and it was beautiful, and it was so good. And the notes. They were adorable. Then I read Our Violent Ends by Chloe Yong, which got 4.5 stars. And honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I did not realize at the end of the book something very big happens, like very jarring, very heartbreaking. My brain did not register what had actually happened until I went on TikTok to like watch edits, because I love this book so much, to watch edits and like watch people talking about it. And I realized what had actually happened. And it took me a minute, because I'm like, no way that actually happened. Right? Turns out it had actually happened, and I was just being very delusional. Then I read my last book of February, which was Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. And honestly, I was ready to not like this book, because this series is very hit or miss for me. I love the Daisy Hates books, and I despise the Magnolia Parks books. So this got 4 stars, because I genuinely do adore the Daisy Hates books. Don't know what it is about Magnolia Parks books. No, actually, I do know what it is about the Magnolia Parks books. I hate Magnolia. Genuinely despise her. But in this book, she was decent. I actually started liking her, which I don't know, it's probably because I wasn't in her point of view. Don't even get me started about Magnolia Parks. I hate her so much. And I know that Into the Dark is definitely going to be a hate read, because I do want to read the next Daisy Hates book when it comes out, because I did adore this. I love Daisy Hates. I love Daisy, and I love Christian, and I love Julian. They're all so amazing. But Magnolia and BJ, they annoy me so much. I hate them. Despise them. There is every fiber of my soul despises them. So I know that Into the Dark is going to be a hate read, but I'm reading it because I feel the need to read it before I read the next Daisy Hates books, Daisy Hates book, when it ends up inevitably coming out. And I don't want to wait to see if what people say about how, you can like read Daisy Hates without reading Magnolia Parks. I'm just like, you know what, whatever, I'll figure it out. I'll trudge through Into the Dark, I guess. I really don't like Magnolia, Jesus. I have never felt so much hatred towards a female main character and a male main character, honestly, because I hate BJ as well. If I didn't mention that, I despise BJ Valentine. They're both terrible people. And I was expecting to like this because everyone says it's like, oh, it's so good. Like, I love Magnolia. When I read book one, like from book one, book one, I was like, okay, maybe she gets better because, you know, you need character development, I guess. But when I read book one, I'm like, how do people like her? This is a terrible character. This is a terrible person. And when I read her second book, so what was it called? It was that one with the ship, I think. Was that her one? This is how much I like Daisy Hates and how much I like Magnolia Parks and how much I remember of her book. Nothing. So yeah, I very much did not like her. And those are all the books I read. And this Daisy Hates book got 4 stars. It was fantastic. Loved it so much. So yeah, those are all the 13 books, I want to say, that I read in the month of February. And it was fun, and it was dandy, and it was beautiful. And I had so much fun. Genuinely, this was such a good reading month. Because reading these things, I realized I did not rate a book anything under 3.25 stars. So anything under 3 stars, anything 3 stars under, none of the books here got. And I read so many books. Okay, so I'm gonna head off now, and I will see you next week with another video.